Hello and welcome to some more LBAL Landlord. Today we are going to apartment floor 6. So apartment floor 6. Payments cost more, receive one less as always, and we start with a dud. It's basically exactly the same as 5, except rent payment 10 is also a bit more painful. Which normally I don't feel is going to be too much of an issue as long as we, make our way through. So grabbing an early key is always brilliant. In the choice of things, I'm actually going to grab the egg. As much as the bubble is nice, it doesn't give you too much. I'm going to grab a secondary pearl here because, hey, if a geologist wants to show up, sure thing. Get a safe quite early, and then I'm going to go for the small symbol bomb in this. Hello, Oyster, how you doing? Banana and three-sided dice seem pretty good. We have the opportunity of getting pretty decent money from the what the hell? Lucky capture, what are you doing? It gave us a diver. Okay, well, we're going to have to just... I sit there and I moan about the diver every single time. And what happens? What happens when I moan about the diver? The game just gives me more divers. It's trying to tell me that, like, it's a good thing. And it's, honestly, in my head, it just isn't. I'm going to take the time machine here. It's going to give us opportunities that if we see coal, maybe we can work with some. A choice between a beer and a dwarf, like a beer and a pearl. The pearl is actually probably more effective just because of the diver. It will start adding up and giving us much more money. Three-sided dice again. We already had the wine for the dwarf and he's drunk that. So we are kind of steaming ahead. I feel right now, although we don't have a miner, picking a big ore is fine. It's going to give us a passive 2 per spin. And then if a miner does decide to show his face, we can make 10 gold from it. And we have the possibility of them turning into pearls. Now, I already have a key, so we can grab another pearl. And we can just slowly start feeding this diver up, right? And hopefully that'll be enough. I'm going to skip there. We have a chick, so the chick's going to give us more money because of our birdhouse. I really feel like there needs to be more for birds. I'm going to grab this oyster, even though we know the diver's going to eat him, like, almost instantaneously. I don't even have to know that to be fact for it to just happen, because that's how divers work for me. We can grab a secondary wine for the dwarf, as he's already had partaken in a little bit of drink, but that's perfectly okay. And grab another pearl. So far, so good with the oyster. It's hidden itself completely. If it, like, when I talk about, like, the oyster and the diver, I feel like as much as the diver, I feel like it's a pretty bad thing, right? Because he has snails, turtles, crab, oyster, pearls, and the goldfish, and he gains permanency as, like, a geologist and everything else. I feel like maybe he could take treasure chests away as well, because, within the sea life, you always have that joke that there's buried treasure. As well as that, I feel like him removing a generator, like, he needs a generator. Geologists have generators. Miss Fruit has generators. Like, even dwarfs have generators. So why is it that a diver doesn't? And you can suggest and boast and say, oh, well, it's 100% the oyster. But at the same point in time, he can remove that generator. Nothing else can kill their generators. It's crazy. I just think there needs to be some more thought with the diver to make him a bit better. Now, it doesn't matter because I'm complaining about it, but it's clear to me that it's doing a good job for us right now. We're still kind of in a good phase, making 32 now per spin. I am going to grab another key. We have a lot of rerolls. We got the crab finally, so we should be making 11 per turn now, which is pretty nice. I'm going to re-roll. I got a Midas show up. Re-roll a couple times as I've got the money for it. And grabbing any form of aquatic life is helpful. Grabbing another goldfish, because it really doesn't matter what type of aquatic life it is. There's no preference, really. I'm going to grab another three-sided dice. I feel like the dice is still giving us, like, decent uncommon money, right? Does the birdhouse work on eggs too? It doesn't, so it only works on chicks. So we have 2 eggs from this chicken. It's just not doing anything for us. We have nothing. Oh, we can take this monkey because we have some bananas. And here it goes. Like I said, eventually, after a bit of time, it will just remove the oyster. And it's upsetting because it's like that oyster actually did not pay out very well. The Beastmaster. I feel like the Beastmaster's not going to do much here, so I'm just going to grab a removal capsule. And then I'm also going to take the bowling ball. Bowling ball giving us passive cash means that every turn, it doesn't matter even if the dud shows up. We can continue to grab pearls and stuff. I would really like to see a miner or something like a geologist just so it can eat up the ore. We have a lot of removal because we've gone this whole time without needing any, which has been quite good. But it's definitely a point. We have another pearl here, so that's brilliant. Definitely have a point, though, that we have a lot of things that we could possibly remove. Finally, a miner shows up. Maybe he can break that ore. We can get 2 pearls out of it. We can get something nice from it. That would be good. I do have Time Machine, and I don't think I've seen a single coal. We are still making pretty decent money. I feel like nothing here is needed. I think at the moment what we are looking for is just the commons or another lucky capsule, especially with the rerolls that we have, to possibly give us something nice. I don't know what I would want from a lucky capsule right now, but we can have a quick think about it, can't we? So a missed fruit. I have 2 banana skins, that's not going to do anything, and a cherry. That doesn't seem necessary. We have a silver arrow. Possibly just grabbing a silver arrow could be fine in this situation. So I think I'm going to do that. We're going to have a look at our items. Coin on a string is going to take away our coin, which is great. And then we can remove the cherry and the flower. So we're going to get an extra 4 from this spin because we grabbed the coin. Beautiful stuff. And right now, we still don't need anything. There is possibilities now that we can get our arrow and it can just hit something good. We have another lucky capsule. My entire screen is just dice. We've got 45 from that diver. That's why I said it's pretty good. I'm going to just re-roll through here. And if anything takes my fancy, then I'm going to grab the coal, honestly. I'm sitting there thinking about all the different forms of luck. All right, we got the miner also giving us a bit of cash, which is nice. What did the miner give us? It gave us 2 shiny pebbles. Okay. Like, even if we saw a thief right now, grabbing a thief would also be fine because we have the banana skins. But like I said, with the diver right now is still paying us passively 15, but it's not too much. And it's because he doesn't have generators. It's just sad. All right, we managed to make to the next rent. That's beautiful. I'm going to skip here. X-ray machine's only going to give us rares. I'm going to take... Maybe we could get like a dame and switch over to a diver dame build. I'm gonna grab... it's not really the best choice. Grabbing this means that I can no longer get pearls out of ores, right? So now we're gonna get emeralds and stuff instead. But hey, it's money. I'm gonna grab nothing here because we're still doing okay. It would be nice for this key to just remove this chest. I'm going to grab another safe because there's always a chance that we get both of them in the same thing. We didn't, but it's still fun. Right. The chicks, they're not really doing much. They're just, the chickens are giving us 3 per turn. The dice are still basically doing everything for us. And every now and then the diver doesn't even show up. I think what we're going to do now... especially because I don't have... I think I'm just going to remove the dwarf. And we have a ruby and a sapphire. That's pretty good. And I'm going to remove a banana peel. And we're going to give ourselves a bit more opportunity for the diver to stay on board so we can actually aim at him with the arrow. Which happened, which is great. We got jack-o'-lantern from the item capsule. Fairly pointless, but we're doing okay. Another lucky capsule. What can we get? The dame? Is that what I was asking for? The dame showing up? That would be kind of cool. I have some rerolls. We got the dame. Okay, good. Fish tank is terrible. The reason fish tank is terrible is because technically we need the fish as part of the generators for the diver, for him to eat. So it's not like we can even grab that and think that that's fine to get. There is definitely a situation now that we're having where we have too many chickens. We need this key because we have a safe. The dame's actually doing her job, which is beautiful. Pretty decent spins. We can grab more ore here now, as we still have the miner and we still have the opportunity of getting kind of rarer things. I may actually start thinking about removing the shiny pebbles and then like the cats as well. I'm actually, if we get an egg card in, we're also doing okay. Here we got the chicken, we got rid of the safe. We're doing okay. Like this, we're still, it's risky for sure, but the shiny pebbles do actually give us money from the dame. That is also a thing. I forgot about that. Removal capsule needed. We got the diamond pop, lovely. And then we have like a lot of extra money coming out from the arrow. Got okay, decent money from that too. We can grab the goldfish. We have several chickens now. Oh god, what have I done? Another goldfish for the diver, please. Arrow, if you could point in the right direction, you would be helping me out an absolute ton. So, we just make it to the next rent. We now need 675, and there is the opportunity for another diver. I'm gonna take him, and then we're gonna grab cleaning rag. I definitely need to, for sure, get rid of some of these chickens. As much as it was kind of okay in the beginning, it is starting to freak me out. Can we get a spin on the diamond, please? Perfect. So that's going to give us a pretty decent chunk. Still definitely not enough for us, with all these chickens just coming in and ruining everything for me. But it's okay. We're still doing okay. It's just not where I'd like to be right now. We have a couple more spins to go. I don't have a dwarf. I don't have a key. Even if I've removed some of these chickens, they're not going to help. They're just spamming eggs. I'm going to get rid of the banana peel. We don't have anything that works with the banana peel, so it's not necessary. And we are still getting very lucky with this one arrow doing its job. We'll grab another ore. The miner could give us some money from it. It can also work in our favor and make some gems. The X-ray machine dame situation is beautiful. I feel like we're okay enough to get the hustling capsule. I mean, it could be make or break at the end of the day, but it's okay right now. Look at that, right? This is why getting the dame is kind of helpful, especially with we have cleaning rag. The X-ray machine also kind of nice. Chemical 7 coming in could be yet again, as I like to say, a make or break situation later on in the future. If we get another one, it could get us to where we need to be for rent. So we need to make 777. Miss Fruit, no. I'm gonna grab another dame, and I'm gonna grab the quiver. We could re-roll stuff, but like, when it comes down to it, I think the only reason we are winning is because of this silver arrow, and some of the picks coming from the dame. Like, in all honesty, as much as it's an early diver build, he didn't do much because he just falls off. We can grab another coal, although it's in 15 turns. You know, we can see what happens in endless. I mean, would I justify this as a diver build? Would I? We got a golden egg. I just realized what. I guess when it comes down to it, yes. Because if it wasn't for the diver early, having the gain that he did and having the silver arrow, you know, point us at the diver and get us like 54 per turn, then yeah, we would have lost. So I think that the big shout out to the MVP of this team would be the silver arrow. I love how we just have like 600 million dice in it too. It's a very convoluted and strange build that I've made here. But it goes to show, like, if you get a little bit lucky, have a little bit of something generating, and then have the arrow just hit it correctly, then you're all good. I wonder where we would have been if I didn't pick all these dice. We have like 600 chickens. That's what's crazy to me. I don't even have bird coop. I don't even have bird coop, and these chickens are still like, I'm gonna just make chicks every single day. All right, so we did it. You've reached the end of early access version. Congratulations, this time your landlord was hexed by witches. Poor hex. Poor dude. We have unlocked floor 7. We have gained another dame. We have grabbed a very big symbol bomb. Chemical 7 for money. Oyster for generation. Nothing there. Snail for generation. Nothing here. Nothing here. Tedium capsule for stuff or for gems. Removal of the monkey, and let's see what we can do with this. I highly doubt we can go much further, but it would be interesting just to see what we can do when you get a little bit lucky and grab a couple more things. Quiver's really helping us out, pointing at just everything under the sun. And grab some more ore too because of X-ray. Alright, cool. Like how a thief finally shows his face after however long it's been. Look at that quiver. Bam and bam. Beautiful money. And we can skip past this too. I mean, I'd be happy if I can generate up to 1,000. I think, like, in certain situations, actually having more on the screen is pretty good. Just because it gives the diver the impossibility of actually grabbing the oyster, because the oyster's here, right? And it was still making things. But knowing my luck, it wouldn't happen for too long. Like, we'd re-roll again and both of them just hang out directly in front of the oyster, like, aha! I found you! Honestly, X-ray machine cleaning rag and dame is so nice. Okay, so we actually made... I could have grabbed a goldfish there. I completely nutly tunnel visions and just skipped over. We're still making more chickens. This is pretty crazy. Another ore is fine. I actually haven't seen the miner for a while. I think he's a little bit bored. He's just hanging off screen now. So we managed to get to at least that rent payment. Can we, in fact, get to the next one? I'm just double checking. Geologist would just eat the shiny pebbles and the pearl and also the ore. So technically we wouldn't need the miner anymore. And we can just grab Ricky and we can get rid of... I mean, the miner's going to give us cash and the geologist doesn't, but hey. I think this could be the end of the run anyway. It's just interesting to see how far... I love how it just straight up just gives me the miner again, going, are you sure you wanted to get rid of him? Because we just lack a lot of removal now, and we have got to that point where I did spam us with like a ton of dice. And the chickens are slowly taking over the world. I really think that maybe the coop should work like a... Because it's a rare item. And what the coop does, right, is it increases the speed in which these guys produce eggs and when the eggs hatch. What would be really interesting is if the coop acted almost like the egg carton, but like a higher up version. Like maybe you could keep 6 chickens in it, and each chicken generates 3 coins. So at the end of the day, you have a thing that gives you 18 coins per turn. Could be cool. I don't know. It's just a suggestion, but it's interesting to me. We can grab another oyster. But like I said, we're at this point now where unless we got completely very, very lucky and maybe we hit like a gem or something, we were going to lose. So let's have a look at the end inventory screen, see where we were at. I want to see the amount of dice we got on this run. The diver finished at 19. Here we are, evicted, even though we killed him with hexes. We still technically have an empty. We have 5 3-sided dice and 1 5-sided dice, and we had destroyed a lot of symbols. The thing is you cannot see the removed symbols, so the fish and the pearls and everything else that the diver does. You can't see how many he did, but we can tell that it was just 19 worth. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. We can now see that we have hit number 7. We now start with 2 duds. Ooh, scary. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Have a good one, and goodbye!